video, we're going to do problem 18 from the Calculus AB BC Summer Review Packet. And so it says to figure out the solutions where this would be greater than or equal to 0. It suggests checking your solutions with a graphing calculator, but it implies that maybe you should try not using your calculator first. But we could still graph it. We could just graph it by hand, because that was one of the last things you learned in grade level pre-calculus, was how to graph a rational by hand. And we learned that it's probably a good idea to factor it. So like the x squared minus 9 is a difference of squares that factors into x plus 3 and x minus 3. And then this doesn't factor, it's just x plus 1. Okay, and then we can start graphing it. We know that our vertical asymptote would basically be if we set the denominator equal to 0 and solved. So we know that that would give us x equals -1. So our vertical asymptote would be at -1. We know that we can get x-intercepts by setting the numerator equal to 0. So our x-intercepts would be at -3 and +3. We know that we can get a y-intercept by basically just covering up the x terms, and what's left over is your y-intercept. So -9 divided by 1 is -9. Okay. And we're pretty much there. Then we need a horizontal asymptote, but this one doesn't have a horizontal asymptote. Since it's bigger on the top, it has a slant asymptote. So we can do some synthetic division real fast for that. Just take your denominator and flip the sign. And then your coefficients would be 1x squared, 0x, -9. 1 times -1 is -1. 0 minus 1 is -1. We can finish the process, but we know that we're not going to use our remainder anyway. But anyway, that would make -8. But that's your remainder, you don't use that. So we get x minus 1 for our slant asymptote. So then that would be like that. Okay, and then we can graph it, because we have enough information now to graph it. And so it would go like this, and then it would go like this. And remember, the question was, where is it greater than or equal to 0? Where is it greater than or equal to 0? It's greater than or equal to 0, because here's 0, the little x-axis. So it's from here all the way up through here, and then from here all the way up through here. So let's write that out. That's from -3, and it does touch the -3, through, now it's not going to cross over this vertical asymptote, so through -1. But it's not going to touch it, so we're going to go ahead and put parentheses. And then, where else is it greater than or equal to 0? From here forward, so from 3, it is touching. And then that one goes forever and ever, so to infinity. So this is your solution to this problem. Thanks for watching. If you need tutoring over the summer or even next school year, just contact me. Contact information's at the end of the video and also in the description down below. Thanks.